Hello friends, and welcome back to this week's video. This week I wanted to take a moment and talk about navigating mental health in a foreign country, things that I've learned and ways that I've learned to cope having mental illness in a new country. So let's get started. Also, ignore the nails. I tried a new gel polish and something didn't work. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that I've learned at navigating my mental health in a new country is sticking to the schedule I had in my home country. So for me, it was waking up at a certain time to take medicine, get the dogs out, have a cup of coffee, or certain times of the day where I would clean, or if I didn't want to do nothing, I would still do that here. Just keeping a routine is super important. Number two kind of has to go with that, is creating a routine in your new space. So sticking to a routine is really helpful for people with mental health problems. Personally speaking, I have mental health issues. I have panic disorder, and it helps me a lot to stay on a schedule. So every day I wake up around the same time, take my dog out around the same time, feed her meals throughout the day all around the same time. I eat my meals all around the same time, and it just creates a sense of this is my home, this is my schedule, this is my routine. And for a lot of people, myself included, it helps a lot with transitioning from this is where I lived to this is where I now live. Another big point I have is finding a therapist. If you had a therapist in your home country, I think it's a good idea to have one in your new country, wherever that might be. I know for myself in Korea, they have a lot of English-speaking therapists. They have a lot of Russian-speaking therapists, Japanese, Chinese, anything you might need, you can find it. I just did a quick Google search. The biggest help that I've had since moving to a new country is having a therapist help me navigate leaving home, becoming here, and making this my home. Another thing I found super important is keeping up with your traditions. Just because you left your home country doesn't mean it's completely, gone from you. I celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving a lot different in the States than they do here in Korea. So it was very important to me to also celebrate my traditions while adapting to the new traditions. So here, Thanksgiving is called xoxo, and it's in October. But for the United States, Thanksgiving is in November, the last Thursday of November every year. And Christmas in the States is a family thing. You get with your family, you have a big dinner, you open presents, Santa comes, things like that. Here, Christmas is more like a couple's holiday, not a family holiday, which was a little weird to adjust to. So, in that sense, I have made it a point, in my marriage at least, to adapt my traditions with his traditions. So now we do xoxo, but on Thanksgiving Day in America, we have what we would have in America, like a Thanksgiving dinner catered for 2 people, but keeping up with that tradition. And for Christmas, we got a tree, and I decorated the house for Christmas, which is not a very big thing here in Korea. And we got matching Christmas pajamas, and we did the whole family thing where You get Christmas pajamas, you get hot chocolate, you watch the Christmas movie. Usually it's a Christmas story that plays on repeat all day long in America. So on top of that, we did that on, you know, making things his tradition but also my tradition. And this one is more so depending on where you move to. I would say exploring your surrounding area. Now, I'm not saying if you live in the countryside of Korea, go to Seoul every day. No. Unless you live in Seoul. If you live in Seoul, explore Seoul. Seoul is huge. It's so much fun. I personally live in the countryside. So what I did to help me become more in tune with my environment and the things around me is I got to know my neighborhood. I got to know the little bakeries and the floral shop owner and the little coffee places and the convenience stores and the grocery store, just in like a 6-minute radius around my house. So now it doesn't feel like when I go outside, I'm going outside in a foreign country, because that can feel scary, especially when you're doing it by yourself. So now I have no problem when I take my dog for a walk. We go past, we go say hi to the flower lady because she's the sweetest human on earth. You know, it's just creating a sense of normalcy around you, because this is now your home. And last but not least, this one is not for everybody, but if you are able to, get yourself a companion. And I'm not talking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend or any type of partner like that. I'm talking an animal, because that gives you a sense of responsibility if you're ready for it. And I can say without a doubt, since I've had Gemma, my anxiety has gotten 10 times better. I am doing more things. I am walking more. I'm overall healthier because she forces me to be. And there is just something so rewarding about having your little baby. Now, I know not everybody wants to have an animal or can get an animal, you know, just moving to a new state or new country, but there's ways to find that companionship. Like, they have animal cafes, they have reading cafes, they have foreigner exchange cafes, things like that. Just finding somebody outside of your relationship is really important. Otherwise, it can feel really lonely. Are just a couple things that I have learned from moving into a new country and kind of navigating with mental health and finding a sense of normalcy, as I've said a billion times. But yeah, I hope one of these help you, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe and like. So I'll see you later. Bye.